Kanu'S agitation in same manner like Mandela, Gandhi, Martin Luther, lawyer AG1TAT10N. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. A lawyer AG1TAT10N, lawyer to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi, has stated that the IPOB's leader's course is in the same fashion like South Africa's Nelson Mandela, India's Mahatma Gandhi, and the United States' famous Martin Luther King, who had ideas and agitations within the boundaries of a law. AG1TAT10N added that Kanu was open for negotiations, but the Nigerian army, through Operation Python Dance in 2017, terminated the ongoing negotiations between the Nigerian government and the IPOB leader. The lawyer disclosed that there was a dialogue between the Southeast governors with the backing of the Nigerian government with Kanu until the military operation invaded Abia in 2017, leading to the killings of many people. AG1TAT10N stated this in an interview with The Sun. The lawyer said, You will recall that back in early September 2017, Mazi Kanu was in talks with the Southeast governors. With the tacit blessings of a federal government, then all of a sudden, the dialogue was terminated and Python Dance was brought to bear. It was not Kanu that terminated the dialogue. When someone demands self-determination through referendum, he has shown sufficient consideration to the states, such that should warrant some reciprocity that can begin with a dialogue. Kanu has never ruled out dialogue, so what is stopping the authorities? Even though Kanu was undoubtedly amenable to prosecution or trial based on the charges pending against him from 2015, his subsequent extraordinary rendition from Kenya has changed all that. That is why I commence the constitutional suit that is now pending before the High Court of Abia State. But because this question is now sub judice, I cannot comment on its merits, but I can give you an excerpt of the case in chief that I adduced in the originating processes I filed in court. My case in chief is this, that it is fundamentally wrong for the Nigerian state to levy a lethal military attack on Nnamdi Kanu at his home in Abia State while he was free, on bond, and having failed to kill him, to pursue him to Kenya and abduct him without due process of law. The abduction, the torture that followed, and the unlawful imprisonment in Kenya, plus his consequent expulsion from Kenya to Nigeria, are manifestly unconstitutional and amount to infringements of his fundamental human rights. There's an unbroken chain of notorious violations that stated in Afara Ukwu, Abia State in late 2017 and culminated in Kenya in June 2021. It is tried that when a state forcibly takes a fugitive suspect from a foreign country to its territory without giving the person the benefit of the extradition process, it amounts to an act of extraordinary rendition that without more triggers insurmountable legal barriers to prosecution. As a lawyer, it is my professional duty to defend my client zealously and without fear. Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King, who are in the same mold and stature as Kanu, had a retinue of lawyers who defended their ideals and agitations within the boundaries of a law. There is this universal rule, even recognized by the United Nations, that no lawyer is supposed to be constrained by the authorities when it comes to defending his clients or plying his trade as a lawyer. The right to counsel guaranteed by the Nigerian Constitution implicitly required the authorities to refrain from any conduct that might interfere with the right to counsel, AG1TAT10N added. All you need to understand is the word manner and delineate it from your words on your mind, like same, equal, and so on. The manner of which Kanu was going about his Biafra protest was peaceful, procedural, and legal, until your government, just like the men you listed from this article, no difference until Buhari and Buratai introduced violence to mere agitation by prescribing IPOB, and calling them terrorists. Martin Luther King and Mandela were fighting for fairness and voting rights. Gandhi fought for independence for his people from British. Show me the difference with that and what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. If you are not just a... Oh my goodness. This clapback is too much. If you are not just a person with bad attitude. Tinubu, your God is back. Go to that friend and welcome him. Kanu is not you people's problem, but you always first and most in ranting rubbish over his and Igbo matter. Hate-filled fetish animals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. Yes, FG's intolerance and insistence in one Nigeria by blood and violence led to IPOB migrating from peaceful protest to civil unrest, to freedom fighting, to armed struggle, to terrorism, and went overboard to killings to fellow Igbos as a means to an end. And inasmuch as I agree Kanu'S rights were violated and his demand for justice, juxtaposed that to watching a video of your father, uncle, brother, son being stopped, pulled out of his vehicle and killed, where is their own justice? Let me tell you, Kanu'S capture is spiritual because God allowed it. It is karma for, oh my goodness, it is karma for Igbo bloodshed. You can say all the nonsense you, oh my goodness, you can say all you need to, all you want to say. Running your mouth because it is sweet. Because none of your family has been targeted and killed as enemies of Biafra and IPOB. The difference between Reverend Martin Luther King, Mandela, Gandhi to IPOB and Kanu is that they apply Taliban mentality. If gangsterism and authoritarianism and any Igbo who is opposing view is marked and targeted, all Igbo agitation fails. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Silly nonsense. Glory be to Mandela and his reward. Yes, Mandela and his brothers in arms did bomb, destroy government properties and targeted actionable members of apartheid supremacist rule. But there was never a time Mandela and his people and his co-people were barbaric, targeting their own people, the same people they wanted to free, as Kanu IPOB are doing with a Luciferian lust. Oh my goodness. If anything, I would equate Kanu and his groupies' ways as means as Hitlerite, with a twist of Francesco Franco, Benito Mussolini, Saddam Hussein, and such like. More so, Gandhi and Martin Luther King were peaceful in their agitations. I am not saying that Kanu and IPOB should not use some kind of force, but they should leave ordinary people and security officers alone while targeting politicians and their families, the same people who raised Nigeria to the bottom via corrupt stealing and waywardness. Wonderful. Wonderful. The era Kanu defrauded Igbos by telling them he will get Biafra Republic of Eastern Region via secession from Nigeria, and without war is over and gone forever. The era, the fraudulent group. Oh my goodness, they will come for you guys. The era, the fraudulent group, nicknamed IPOB, defrauded Igbos by telling them Kanu will get Biafra Republic of Eastern Region, I beg your pardon. Many unhappy slaves who do not know what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, who criticize us for following him, especially those of them that often think that we are mad for observing IPOB civil disobedient protest orders, are not aware this murderous government has killed thousands of Igbo and held thousands of others in jail for merely holding Biafran flags or colors. They prefer their stomach and the so-called economy to your freedom and that of their children. If an international figure like AG1TAT10N can be treated this way in the so-called good Nigeria for merely wearing a Biafra color, what becomes the life of a nobody like you in Nigeria? Sad. Very sad. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in. Till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.